I want to start broadly. Start broadly and then get a little narrower as we go here. There's a bunch of top 25 teams in action on the very first night of the season. It's not the greatest slate, as anybody has told you. There's a lot of loud people complaining that these games are less exciting than the scrimmages, than the charity exhibitions. There are no games featuring two top 25 teams in action tonight. But I think counting it up, there's like 15 teams that are in the AP poll top 25 that are playing. If you go in any betting app, pick your betting app, they're all like minus 1,000 or bigger favorites. Other than USC, Kansas State, USC's favored by 2.5 points. Every other team that's in action tonight is like minus 1,400 to win if they're the team in the AP top 25. My question to you is this. Are any of them going to lose? Is anybody going to surprise us with a loss on opening night?
So I'll start by saying no. I don't think that any are going to surprise us with the opening night loss. I don't think that's going to happen. I also think the AP poll in general needs a little bounce back after the exhibition debacle where 2 or 4 of the top 5 teams lost. So they got to send a message, honestly, on day one. They can't lose one of these games.
This is a statement game for the AP poll.
Yeah, this is a massive opening day for the AP poll, because if one of these teams loses, like, Pack Watch is official. Like, we needed a statement from the Associated Press if that happens. Okay. But there are 2, actually 3 that come to mind that I look at, and I'm just like, I want to see what those teams look like, and I wish I knew more about the other teams. This one specifically, I'm going to find myself diving into American University and seeing what type of players they have and seeing if they have some dogs, because they opened the season against Villanova. And I've been talking about Villanova all off season. I get what they did in the transfer portal. I get that it's year 2 of Neptune, and there might be, a bounce back year, and Justin Moore's back, and they get Bamba out of the portal. They get Akeem Hart. They have all these guys, right? What does it actually look like? Like, is Mark Armstrong, the sophomore point guard, actually going to take a leap? Like, there's a lot of question marks. I want to see how that team works. And I think they win that game, but I'm interested to see what Villanova looks like. New Mexico State's always a tough team. Kentucky is still going to be without Big Z in this game. So, if New Mexico State has a good front court player, could give Kentucky trouble. I know that spread's only 15.5. So that would be the other game that I would look at. And then lastly, James Madison and Michigan State. Michigan State's going to win the game. But James Madison is actually a good basketball team. And if anyone knows Tom Izzo and knows how this guy operates, who knows what could happen in this game? We might get Carson Cooper at the 3 minutes. Like, this could be, anything could happen in this game. So it scares me. Okay.
We're going to do more in-depth Michigan State talk in just a moment when we move to previewing the 3 Big Ten games. But you really think this could be a close game? You really think James Madison could, like, chippy, there's 5 minutes left, it's a 1-possession game?
Yeah, 1 possession is a little bit tough. Okay. But I think, like, this game could be within 10.
You said it, you called it out, but you don't believe it. Because I'm talking, like, can someone lose? Yes or no?
I think Kentucky can lose.
Okay. So talk me through this, because is it New Mexico State, like, you just kind of believe in them as an opponent at this point, or is it more concerns with Kentucky and who they are?
I believe in them as an opponent just because I always think that they're a pretty solid basketball team, and they play extremely hard. But also, like, Kentucky doesn't have anybody in the front court. Like, they just don't.
Yeah.
And so if New Mexico State's able to take advantage of that, I could see them keeping this game close and possibly pulling off this upset. And you can't look over the fact that also Calipari played an exhibition game on Friday where he asked the other team not to play zone. That mentally does not have me feeling great about what he's about to, like, come into. If you're asking the other team in an exhibition game to do something, that's bad vibes.
Yeah, it's really bad vibes. There's no way around that. Yeah, my hard thing with the slate tonight is, like, I'm looking through, and I think there are a lot of teams that are in action tonight that are in the top 25 that I would like to be able to pick out and say, oh, I think this team has question marks that could lead to them getting upset on night 1. The problem is you look at the opponents and who they're actually playing, And they're just not good enough for me to see it happening. Like American, there's nothing redeeming about American to me that thinks they can hang with Villanova, even if I think Villanova is a problematic team. Same with New Mexico State. Like the more you look at their profile, I'm just not concerned. At a certain point, Kentucky's talent is going to win out. The two that I think are redeeming enough to talk about here are James Madison and Samford, which doesn't bode well for our two Big Ten teams, right? Like Samford is a pretty good basketball team. James Madison is a good basketball team. Like those teams can get hot. Those teams can guard. Those teams can show up to a game like this. Purdue and Michigan State are going to have to be on their A game, but I don't know. I'm not betting against either of them. Like I said, I would. Purdue is my first play of the season for a lot of reasons. And Michigan State, I think if I had to be pressed one way or the other, I would bet them to cover. But I'm urging people to stay away from that just because we have no idea how Tom Izzo is going to handle his rotations. More on that in just a moment. So, yeah, I wish I could look the camera in the eyes and be like, I'm on upset alert. Let me call my shot first game. I just don't see it. What I will throw out there for anyone who is better out there, if you wanted to, you could go to basically any big sports book and put every AP top 25 team together in a parlay just to win their game. Whoever's not a big enough favorite that it's off the board. Take every top 25 team you can and mix in USC, because USC is a top 25 team playing a Kansas State team that is without a couple guys, that is not in the top 25. It's plus 102. So you basically get USC down from minus 166 to plus money, plus 102, that none of these top 25 teams will blow some crazy, horrible game on opening night. I kind of like that, to be honest.
I will be placing that, to be honest with you.
I kind of like that. I feel pretty good about it. All right. I don't know. I really do wish you and I could have pulled the trigger on somebody, but you're like, look,
I don't want to be a podcast of lies and faking. This slate stinks. Like it does. Like come on. Like I could talk myself into like, I do want to watch like Oregon, Georgia. Just because I think Oregon's actually got some guys that I'd like to watch. So I'm intrigued to watch that. But really, I'm waiting to watch Michigan State play James Madison. I'm excited for that, but obviously that's not a great game. And then you literally got to wait till 10 o'clock tonight to watch Kansas State and USC. And that's the only good game. And is that really that great of a game? Like, I don't know.
It's a good game.
I hate
it's a good game.
fake.
No, we're not. What we're not going to do is downplay this. It's a good game, man. It's a good game. USC, Kansas State's a good game. Jerome Tang.
So we get one good game on
Natasha Bedingfield. I think Michigan State James Madison's a good game. I do. I don't think that's a bad game. We're not going to hate on the game. College basketball is here. I'm excited. Come on, things are good. Go get a bagel. Go get who's that dude who went viral in New York trying to get like a scooped bagel? Go get a scooped bagel. You didn't see that?
I have no clue what you're talking about. No.
Some weird white dude from California went viral for I probably didn't need the white qualifier, sorry. But he went viral in New York City for going to a bagel shop and asking for a scooped bagel. And the guy at the counter was just like, I'm not scooping your effing bagel. And the guy made a video of it and was like, well, I order this in California like all the time. And like in New York, they just won't even scoop the bread out of my bagel. It was hilarious. Anyways, okay.